immigrants are stealing our jobs, but they're the ones shipping jobs overseas and hiring corporate lawyers to go and union bust.
Florida Congressman Maxwell Frost adding his voice in protest today against actions by the Trump administration and Elon Musk. Hundreds of protests are taking place right now across the country. Demonstrators telling the Trump administration, quote, hands off. And one of the largest ones is taking place just blocks from the White House. That's where we find our colleague, NBC's Julia Jester. Julia, you said you spoke to a protester there who said they voted for Donald Trump. What else did they tell you about why they're there today?
Well, Christina, typically we don't run into Trump voters at demonstrations like this, but times have changed. We spoke with one man who said, this is not what I voted for. He told us that he voted for Trump because he thought the economy would be better. He thought gas prices would go down, grocery prices would go down, and that's not what he's seeing, which is adding to his frustration. He specifically mentioned, he said he's doing all these wrong things. I'm a senior citizen. He's doing things with Social Security that he's particularly concerned about. So it's not just Democrats and liberals that are frustrated with the current administration and what Elon Musk and Doge are doing. So it really seems to be penetrating a wider audience. I was here back in January before the inauguration at a protest where folks didn't really know what the leader of the resistance looked like. And we've heard some names today floated, like Cory Booker after his marathon speech in Congress this week. And the frustration seems to lay there in Congress. Here's what some demonstrators told me about why they're here today.
I stand with many millions of Americans that want to see the end of a dictatorship that's starting to take away all of our democratic rights, fundamental institutions, jobs, health care, education, and everything else that we've come as Americans to love and appreciate.
I see this administration dismantling democracy in ways large and small. I see the people who are not resisting, that should be, is basically Congress. And it's upsetting. You know, I mean, I think there's a real danger that we're going to lose our democracy.
And so while we've seen a lot of victories against the Trump administration in the court system, these legal battles, the protesters here today want a stronger fight from their elected representatives. And they came out in full force today to display that, Christina.
All right, Julia.